Behind me stands the gigantic House of the Republic, built as a symbol of Ceausescu's all-encompassing rule over what was once the Socialist Republic of Romania. And far away to the south of here lies another iconic communist monument. Join me as we now make our way into the misty mountains of Bulgaria in search of Buzludzha. I think that's how you say it. Buzludzha, something like that. Let's go.
In 1974, the top of a mountain was blown up in deepest Bulgaria and construction was begun on the Buzludzha Monument, or as it is officially known, the Monument House of the Bulgarian Communist Party. The futurist building, filled with intricate mosaics, would take 7 years to construct until finally, in 1981, Bulgarian leader Todor Zhivkov declared it open. The building now stands abandoned and falling into disrepair on the windy mountaintop where it was constructed. Soon its former glory will be completely gone, and so I felt it was time to travel through Bulgaria's dark history to finally pay homage to what is perhaps the ultimate communist monument, Buzludzha.
And so our journey to a new land begins. Let's avoid poison-tipped umbrellas and see how much Russian the locals still understand down in old Bulgaria, because if they don't, I'm a little bit screwed. But let's get out of what was once very elegant and beautiful Bucharest, jump on a train here at the Gare du Nord, head south. After you, sir. Well, we got our ticket given to me in this rather tasteful retro envelope. And now we're going to look on our board up here and see the destinations we can go to and find our train. Look at it, all the different towns we can go to. Brashov, Sibiu, Targovishte, Sigishwara. Towns that 800 years ago were attacked by the Mongols. The Mongols came all the way to Transylvania to subdue the Europeans. But we're looking for the town of Ruse, where we're going, Ruse. There it is. The 1095, train number 1095 to Ruse, down on the other side of the border, the other side of the Danube in Bulgaria. Let's go look for our train. Ruse. It's a little bit disappointing, a little bit modern. I was hoping for some old Transylvanian train, but instead we got this flipping modern thing. Let's get on it. Bye-bye Bucharest. Awesome. Passing through some of these semi-derelict towns where the factories have all been closed down, the infrastructure is basically destroyed. You can't help but sympathise with some of the people that long for the days of Ceausescu in the past, because out here away from the capital city, there's not much to look forward to in life. A friendly Romanian dog in the last town in Romania called Georgiu. Georgiu? Georgiu. Check it out. Check out Georgiu. I might get in trouble for filming, but this is the very last station before we cross the Soviet-built Friendship Bridge into mysterious Bulgaria. But this is Georgiu. In communist times, this would be the last thing you saw before you entered the land of Todor Zhivkov, the ex-leader of Bulgaria. We'll talk more about him, but let's have a look at this. Look at it. Georgiu Nord. Let's have a look inside. Oh. Hello, sir. Oh, wow, look at this. Check out this, the old pictures on the walls. Still preserved up here. We've got some King of Romania and some people. And up here, some Romanian people having a picnic. They like a picnic in Romania. Well, that was the inside of a little old provincial Romanian railway station. And here's some old seats. And let's imagine we were back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s under Nikolai and his wife. People would have sat here on this very bench and seen the trains come and go, entering Romania, leaving Romania. And here there would have been flags. Look at this, the old flag holder. Look at that, a piece of history. There would have been flags in that, Romanian flags welcoming people to the country. to the Socialist Republic of Romania. Now the flags have gone. People don't put flags out anymore, but there would have been flags here. Look at it. We are touching history. Bloody hell. Don't know if I should have done that. Probably now got the shits for the next couple of weeks. But anyway, that was Georgiou Nord. Let's get back on the train. Those were the Corinthian columns of the Soviet-built Friendship Bridge linking Romania to Bulgaria across this, the second mightiest river in all of Europe, the Danube. Ruse, this way. Oh, let's go. Wow. Welcome to Ruse. I like it. Давай, куда мы?
Centru.
Ruse, center. Center of Ruse.
Taxi.
Taxi, I walk. You're a taxi driver?
No.
No. What are you? A hobbit? Let's go.
Давай.
Посмотрим. Let's see what we have here. I've got a new friend. Here in the town of Ruse. Let's head into the center. Wow, check it out. After you, sir. Hello there. Wow, what is this place?
Yes.
Wow, full of characters. We've got a little person. And look at this. You can see that Ruse was built by the Soviets, or at least in Soviet times, in communist times. Check it out. Look, it's just like being back in Ukraine or Russia. Oh my God. What a way to be greeted in former communist Bulgaria. What a place. And we've got some Cyrillic writing. I like it. I feel at home. Oh, this is amazing. Where are we going, my friend? Where we go?
Centru.
Huh?
Central.
ATM. Bank card. This way?
Bankomat.
Yeah, bankomat.
Yes.
Let's go then. Whoa, got a friend. And look at Ruse railway station. Flipping heck. It's mega. Oh, my friend's having a spit. Come on then, let's go, my new friends. Drug mój. Wow. As we leave Ruse railway station. This is great. Good old Bulgaria. I knew it wouldn't let me down. Nor had the people. My new buddy. Right, ATM. I don't know what the exchange rate is, but I've ordered 150 Bulgars, or whatever they're called around here, levs. Did no research. Let's get the cash out. Спасибо. Magazine, давай, magazine. I like old Ruse. Oh, I like my mate. It's a proper Bulgar. Let's go. Cigarette and pivo for the boys. Добрый день. Добрый день.
Яблоки.
Да?
Дай пи.
Okay, perfect. Bulgar pivo. Bulgar pivo?
А та.
Which one? What's a good one? Maybe this one?
No.
Kamenica, ne?
Камера.
Kamenica? Yeah? Okay. Two? You two?
No.
No? Me? Uno. Okay.
Добре.
Добре?
10.
10?
10.
Oh, Bulgaria's cheap. For you. I don't even smoke. It's for you. I don't smoke.
No smoking.
No smoking. Healthy man. Just beer. Ciao.
Yeah.
Okay, I go center.
Center.
Center. My friend, it was emotional. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You take care. Bye-bye. I just handed that dude 20, whatever their money is here, Lev. I have literally no idea how much that is. 20 Lev could be flipping 100 quid for all I know. Hopefully it was no more than a couple of quid. Who knows? Anyway, let's try the old Kamenica. I can read it. Kamenica. Let's try it. I've had better, but I've also had worse. Добрый день. Где Stari Center? Stari Center. No? Stari Center? Ne? Stari Center. Nadol? Napravo. Thank you. There you go. Stari Center. They do speak Russian here. Kind of. Look at it. Is this what you thought? Or imagined, I should say, when you thought of provincial Bulgaria? Because check out the architecture. Check out the beauty. And unlike in Great Britain, they've kept their buildings in good nick. Even little provincial Ruse. This isn't the capital city. This is way out in the boondocks, and still they've kept their architecture, their historical buildings, looking nice, maintained. The public parks aren't graffiti or rubbish strewn. Look at this. Beautiful. Добрый день. Красивый здесь. Очень красивый. Да, так. Yeah, and we got some nice friendly babushkas. This is it. I found the country I was always looking for. Let's check into the hotel I booked, the Hotel Central, and see what £25 a night gets you here in the town of Ruse. Hotel Central. Товарищ, где гостиница Central? Гостиница Central. Entrance, вход. Там? Thank you. Crikey. I thought it had closed down. Here we go, Hotel Central. Oh.
It's on the third deck,
Okay.
306.
306.
Yes,
Okay.
the corridor we have the elevator.
Oh, perfect. Right then, room 306, €25. Oh, I like it. Not much going on, but nice enough. Oh, and a little view of the main square on my own balcony, which I can't use. Oh, I can. Whoa, look at it. Welcome to Ruse. 25 quid a night, bargain. All right, down here is the mighty Danube. This is the Danube. Over there is Romania, where we began our journey today. But the river's journey began far, far away in the dark forests of southern Germany, before it meandered its way down through Slavic and Magyar lands, all the way down here to little old Ruse. And that's what gave this city its importance in the past. It was a trading town. Goods and ideas came down from Central Europe all the way down here to the Balkans, and vice versa. Wow. And it also brought dangers. In the 6th century BC, Darius the Great, a name we've heard from history, came here to pretty much this spot to invade European Scythia, to conquer the wild horsemen of Europe. A lot of history here on the banks of the Danube. And a lot of underpants, a lot of random underpants. History and underpants. What more do you want? And look at this up here, these old buildings just across from the river port. As I was saying, ideas travelled down the Danube from Europe, and that included architectural design ideas. Look at this old Baroque architecture. Look at it, the details, the fanciness of it. But of course, it's not only old Baroque architecture and ideas that came from Europe, also the Soviets came here. And what did they bring? They brought ideas of their own, including some magnificent Soviet mosaics. And a man speaking loudly on the telephone. But here it is, the old Soviet mosaic. Look at it, telling the history of Ruse. And the Soviet Ruse, there's a red star up there, perfectly intact. Good old Bulgaria. Are you still yapping on?
Well, I'm in my bed back at the Hotel Central. And that's because we've got a very early start tomorrow. We've got to jump on a 6 a.m. train down to the city of Varna. A city which, well, it played a little part in my burgeoning Soviet interest back when I was a teenager. I'll explain the full story tomorrow. So it's good night from unexpectedly pleasant little old Ruse. Good night.
Well, we're back at Ruse railway station. Magnificent Ruse railway station. Let's go and buy a ticket and get out of here. Flippin' heck, it's early.
Platform 1.
Platform 1. Благодаря. Here we go. That's a bit more like it.
The journey down to Varna is going to take us about 6 hours. Do you know how much I paid for my ticket? £5. £5. What would this cost me in the UK? Unbelievable. All right. I'll put a little snooze.
During the majority of communist times, Bulgaria was ruled by a man called Todor Zhivkov. In comparison to other leaders in the Eastern Bloc, Zhivkov was something of a moderate, avoiding the excesses of other regional leaders. He closed the gulags and opened a Coca-Cola factory. He strongly rejected the cult of personality, refusing to allow statues to be built of himself, and even changed the name of the city called Stalin back to its original name of Varna. He also opened up Bulgaria's Black Sea coastline to Western tourism at a time when the rest of the bloc was pretty much off limits to foreigners. And that's how I first heard of Bulgaria.
Well, we've arrived in not so sunny Varna here on the Black Sea. Let's go and have a look around. Crikey. Well, as welcomes to a tourist town go, it's not the most welcoming. Check it out. Flippin' heck. The weather doesn't help. It is overcast, grey and cold. But let's get out of this area and head to the centre or somewhere. Or let's go and look at the Black Sea. That's why we're here. Where do we go? Oh, the dodgy underpass of Varna. In the late 1980s, my gran and granddad, like many Westerners, booked a cheap summer holiday to here in Varna, Bulgaria. When they came home, they told me stories of their Soviet hotel, of the mosaics that they found in cafes, of communist statues, and of the berezka shops where only foreigners are allowed to enter and buy things. Now, I was only about 12 at the time, but I remember being fascinated by everything they told me and decided there and then that one day I would also go to Varna and see the things that they told me about. But 40 years later, I finally made it. Well, Ruse and Varna are nice, orderly places with their mosaics and monuments. But how are things out in the hinterland of Bulgaria? Let's find out as we now make our way to Buzludzha. Well, thanks to the EU, Bulgaria has just built a brand new 4-lane highway that leads pretty much where we want to go. However, I'm following the old communist road. The road that would have been... Oh my God, there's an abandoned factory already. The road that would have been driven on by factory managers in their Zils, by apparatchiks in their Volgas, and by the regular man in their Zhiguli. Let's take a trip into the past on the road to Buzludzha. Communist road, communist road. Where are we? Well, we've pulled into this little town just as we begin our journey. A little communist town with its war memorial over there, an old abandoned cafe with a bit of a mosaic over there, some government building here, all built in the, well, 1960s, communist style. It's just interesting to stop here in a little town in Bulgaria, something I've not seen before. A little perfectly preserved communist town.
Красивый город у вас есть. Красивый.
Какой? Болгарский
Да.
и потом русский, а не наоборот.
Болгарский первый, потом
так,
русский.
Так,
Это значит болгарский очень старый язык.
так. Это мой друг.
Это ваш друг.
У него 90 лет.
Нет. 90?
90.
Вау,
Вот.
поздравляю. Очень молодое лицо.
Да.
Вы помните Тодор Живков?
Конечно.
Я помню царь Борис.
Хорошо, у меня вопрос для вас, вам тогда. Когда были самые хорошие время в вашей жизни?
Кога се
Прежде.
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 Раньше,
хороше.
да?
Да.
Кога прежде? Пред Тодор
Прежде
Живко
что?
или
Пред
пред
9
цар?
септември. Пред 9.
Прежде Второй мировой войне.
Прежде это.
Это.
Это было хорошее, прекрасное время, да?
Да.
I was a little bit hasty to rush off out the town because I've seen an old post office. Let's see what it's like inside. If it's open, check it out. See what a little village posta is like. It's missing one of the letters. Let's have a little look. Wow, the old doors, the original old doors. Time has stood still here, look at this. Oh, look. This is the old post office where people would have queued up in the past, in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. Here at these little windows. Collected their pensions. Dobar den. Collected their pensions, their letters. Everything's the same. Everything's the same. Here, look. Это телефон? Раньше. Wow. And before, this little booth. Не, я знаю, не работает, я знаю, просто хочу посмотреть. Wow, and here before they would have come to make little phone calls. Phone calls to different parts of Bulgaria and maybe to Moscow or Leningrad or somewhere. They would have stood in there. Wow, интересно, старый, historias. Thank you, bye-bye. Wow. That was the old post office. Here in this town and nothing has changed. Look, the same doors, the same door handles. The same walls, the same floors, the same little telephone booth. All right, let's continue our journey to Buzludzha. We've got a lot of miles to cover, so we've got to stop. We've got to stop stopping at every bit of communist architecture we see, otherwise we'll never make it. Well, I brought you high up above the town of Schuman to a monument built in communist times dedicated to founders of the Bulgarian nation. The Bulgars were a tribe from Central Asia who rode their horses and settled here in this windy part of Europe, God knows how many centuries ago. And this huge brutalist structure, the heaviest brutalist structure monument ever built, is dedicated to those men, women and children who rode their horses all the way here. Wow. Incredible. But as we look out over this land, beneath us we have to remember that it was a land that was subjugated by the Ottomans for some 500 years. For half a millennia, the Christians of this land were heavily taxed, discriminated against, and often massacred. It would take the Russian army to finally help the Bulgarians achieve their freedom. Off to Ukraine they go. Well, you never know what you're going to find and stumble upon when you're driving the old communist highway here in rural Bulgaria. I just passed these woods and I saw a head appear from nowhere. Let's go and see what it is. Let's discover what lies in these woods. And look what it is. It's a flipping abandoned communist statue. Who is it? Please tell me it's Todor Zhivkov. No, it's Todor Pietkov Andrei, a member of the Komitet. A member of the party, basically. Flipping egg, just here, abandoned in the middle of nowhere. A statue. Good old Todor. And the perfect place for me to relieve myself. Thanks, Todor. You're a good guy. Right, come on, guys, stop encouraging me to stop everywhere and look at old bloody communist stuff. We've got to get to Buzludzha. We've got a long journey. Well, I know I said no more stops, but when you see an abandoned building with a statue of some dude, you've got to stop. Dobry den. Dobry den. Jak dela? In this little beautiful village, look at it. Bulgaria is full of little sunny villages where people sit outside in the sunshine and shout. Grozdziu Gegrabla. A hero from 1915 to 1943, so he died in the Second World War. So obviously a hero from this part of the country. As I say, what a beautiful part of the world Bulgaria is. These little quiet villages. I better check I've locked the car. It might not be that quiet. Let's have a little look around here though. See if we can find out what this building was. Well, yeah, I suppose it was the schoolhouse. Look, the old football posts and the basketball hoop now long gone. And you can imagine on this basketball court, the kids of the village before, little communist kids running around, dunking some hoops, or whatever you say in basketball, shooting some goals in front of the old school building. But now, probably like so much of rural Bulgaria, just abandoned. But what's in here? Oh, look. The old school desks. Get it. Wow, some old signs on the wall. Ooh. Long abandoned. But how fascinating to find this. Dobry den. Работает? Добрый день. Yeah, chaps. О, это место. Добрый день.
Добър ден.
У вас Coca-Cola?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I thought you speak English. I wasn't expecting that.
Мъничко толкова, сколкото са желали.
A little bit of English. Oh, yes, thank you. I need it. Wow, nice shop. I like it.
Какво? Светление?
No, I'm saying nice shop. Хорошо магазин. Да?
То човекът няма къл главата си и всичко бувка.
Oh, I don't know. But you've got a very loud... Is that enough? It's okay? Wow, thank you.
Чакай, ще върна.
Oh, super.
1,75.
You sell everything. Школа закрит. Школа закрит.
Всичко.
Всичко?
Детска градина закрита, школото закрито, здравна, червен кръст, не.
Закрито.
Да,
Не.
закрито. Църква, не.
Закрито. Не.
Не, въобще и нямало.
Все закрито.
Джамия, не. Ни църква, ни джамия, ни партиен дом.
Oh, no. But magazine? Да.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
perfect. We still got the shop. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye, thank you. Well, there you have it. The story of the village. Everything's bloody been closed down. The school, the Detski Sad, kindergarten, the church, I think she was saying. Some shop over there, that seems closed. And now it's just this shop here left. Oh, and we've got like a load of people on the wall. Let's have a look at what this is. What is this? Dobre. Dobre ljudi. Finito. So so these are the people who died. And that's why it says Pomin. And it's the people from the village, mostly men, who passed away. And some women, but just old people and their names, and they put them in the village. So I suppose people can remember who they were. Some of them are quite young, wow. Never seen that before. Just pictures of the dead of the village. Crikey. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have a good day. А вы отсюда? Это деревня?
Отсюда, да.
Родился здесь, да?
Не родился здесь.
Понял.
Другой город.
Хорошо.
А здесь спокойно для меня.
Да, мне нравится. Ну, жалко, конечно, что все закрыто для народа.
Конечно. Школа закрыта, все закрыто, детей нету, ничего нету.
Они за границу или большой
За
город?
границу.
Да, София.
У меня 3 дети, все за границей.
Да?
Они большие.
Добрый день, товарищ. Как дела? Куда вы?
Может с вами? Давайте. Well, we're off. Хорошо. Спасибо. Благодаря. Wow. This is how you get around in communist villages. Thank you. I don't know where we're going, but let's see. We'll just go for a little bit. Just to experience the true life in a Bulgarian village as we pass by the abandoned school. Yes. Oh, da, drug. Yeah, good guy. Have no idea. Okay, let's go. Здесь? Здесь? What is it? Oh, it's the old well of the village. Yeah, I can drink it? Super? Are you sure? I don't want a problem. Super! Вкусно! Tasty! This? No! This? Yes! We don't need this anymore. From now on, we only drink Bulgarian village water. Oh! Да? Куда вы? Что вы делаете здесь? Работа? Okay. So you pick the rubbish up over there and then throw it in the river down here. Understand. I got you. From the floor to the river to the oceans. The cycle of life. Where are you taking me, sir? Barbecue. Look at this. They got a little barbecue place in town and an old Soviet swing, communist swing, and a barbecue place. That doesn't look very communist. But yeah, oh, can you do it? Yeah, it's still working. Oh my God, you watch yourself. You watch yourself, my friend. I think we finished our trip here in the village. Let me give you what I got. What have I got here? Oh, take some change and stuff. Wait there. What have I got? What have I got? That's it. Okay?
Ciao.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Yes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And there he goes. The horse and cart man of the village. Didn't take us very far. Made himself a couple of quid. He's done well out of it, let's be honest. Buzludzha. Yeah, да.
Я съм за там.
Ты? Да? Сколько километров? 3? 3, okay. 3 kilometers.
Хайде, Ангелю,
Come on then. We're giving someone a lift. 3 kilometers. Да, хорошо. Jump in, guys. I'm taking the whole village.
Цыган.
Tsigan? Okay, Tsigan.
Цыган.
Pleased to meet you, Tsigans. I've got some Tsigans in the car.
Момиче много хубаво, красиво. Виж сега ще видиш сингулари колко красиво.
Красиво, конечно, красиво. He's saying the girl's красиви. Of course, beautiful.
Красиво всичко.
Красиво всичко. I don't know what he means by that, but I'm going with it. This village?
Красиво, момиче, красиво.
Красиво. Obviously she's beautiful. I can see she's beautiful.
Трябва да го целуна.
I don't know. Are you saying sexual things to me? Right, what is this place you live in? Look at this place.
Още малко.
Koshma? Wow. Abandoned factories. Crikey. Bye.
Хайде, бай, до свидания.
До свидания. Well, the people that I just picked up are called Tsigani in this part of the world, or to many of us, Romani gypsies. And they came here in the late 1300s as musicians and craftsmen accompanying the invading Ottoman army. They've been here ever since. Communist road, oh. That is the sound of a tyre going down on a communist highway. Fuck. Oh yeah, it's for a motorbike, isn't it? Well, if you think that's the end of the little adventure, you're wrong. We can't travel far or fast on that tyre. So instead of looking for Buzludzha, we now got to look for a bloody car repair place in rural Bulgaria. Bloody hell.
absolute bloody shit show. I knew I should have taken the train.
Autobox Express Service. Please, Autobox, be open and help me. Yes. Ooh. If ever you're in rural Bulgaria and you get a flat tire, come to Autobox here in whatever town we're in. Well, since this is the town that saved the journey by fixing our tyre, hopefully, I think it deserves a little look around. Let's see what they've got here in old Stara Zagora, or whatever it's called. Let's go and check it out. Hello. You okay? Good man. Well, look at little old flipping Stara Zagora. It's the nicest place I've been on the journey so far. Dobry den, dobry den. We got a little shop selling clothes. We got a man selling carpets. More clothes. You can buy Christian Dior. And up here, we've got this. Well, let me just show you, so I can't describe it. It is a mammoth building, the most brutalist building I've seen in, well, many of my travels. Look at it. And on the side, some old kind of metal decoration, let's call it that. Looks like a satellite or something, so it must be the post office. But here, this big old building, the communists built so much stuff. Without communism in Bulgaria, I don't know what stuff there would be here. This wouldn't be here. Look at it. Big old monstrous building, but beautiful in its own way. Check out the yellow tiles of Strausbar. Reminds me of Chernigov metro station in Kiev. A thing of wonder. Look at this up here. We've got the old sign, very old sign, for the gastronome. Gastronome in communist times was the shop where you came and bought your food and stuff. The gastronome. Look at it up there. Still going. Это раньше было гастроном. Раньше было гастроном.
Втора употреба.
Да? Закрыт.
Да.
А, жал. Ладно.
Кой закрит? Магазина.
Магазин гастроном. Раньше.
Имаше магазин за дрехи тук, за такова, обаче вече не работи магазина. Няма.
При Живков работа.
Да.
При Живков. А
Да.
сейчас Живков нет, не работа.
Да.
Лучше с Живков. There you go. Let's see if we can look inside anyway. She thinks it was better under Zhivkov. And there is the old gastronome. What's it like inside, I wonder? Let's see. Might find a bit of old ham lying around or something. Probably not. Just a dog guarding the gastronome. Oh, and look, bit of history here. It was built in 1965. 1965. Let's see what's inside. Добрый день. Можно посмотреть гастроном, старый гастроном?
Затворено?
Да. Благодаря. Oh, you're cleaning. Благодаря. Ой, старый магазин, старый.
Старый.
Starry. Da. Wow, very starry. Is there any traces of the past here? The old gastronome. Let's have a look what's up here. Now the gastronome is a second-hand clothes shop. Well, it's not a bad old life. Adventurising here in a communist heartland of Bulgaria. Meeting the locals, exploring their towns, sitting in front of the hotel having a flipping coffee. I don't know why I never came to Bulgaria before. I didn't realise there'd be so much to see. But it's good that we're here now. Well, I've stopped off in the pretty much deserted village now of Kermen, here in the middle of nowhere really. All that remains is some old communist buildings and shops, restaurants, where the only hints of the past can be found by looking through holes in the glass. This Kermen's main square
and village restaurant would have been teeming with life before on a Friday. Sun's out, babushkas here, milling about, coming for their food, or coming here to the old shop to buy their textiles, their clothes, and whatever else it sold. But those days are long gone. Villages like Kermen no longer really survive. Just the buildings. The people are gone. And this abandoned textile factory on the edge of Kermen explains the whole situation of why this and all the other villages are depopulated. When Zhivkov's rule came to an end, so did subsidies for places like this set up around the country. When the subsidies ended, so did the factories. And so, these gates will never be opened again. Well, it's been a long day, and so I've booked myself into the Hotel Steelworker, believe it or not, that is the name, here in the town of Nova Zagora, or Stara Zagora, something Zagora. The Hotel Železnik, Hotel Steelworker. It's got terrible reviews online. Let's see what the room's like. Третий этаж, да? Хорошо, спасибо вам большое. Благодарю. Ooh. A steel lift in the Hotel Steelworker. Flip neck. Watch out. This thing's bloody lethal. Smells like a steelworker's armpit. Well, what does 25 quid at the Hotel Steelworker get you? It gets you this. A rather not very nice smelling, to be honest with you, room. But steel workers can rough it, and so can we. There's the light in the bathroom. There we go. Ah, basic, but we'll take it. Well, that brings an end to what has been an incredibly fascinating day for me. Hopefully for some of you too. I'm going to get an early night now because, well, I'm going to set my alarm and get up at dawn as we begin our journey, the final leg into the mountains to the monument of Buzludzha. Good night from the communist provinces. Good, very early morning from the pretty little provincial town of Stara Zagora. But this town wasn't always so peaceful as it is right now. In 1877, Stara Zagora was burned to the ground by the Ottoman troops. They also slaughtered 14,000 innocent Bulgarian civilians here, men, women and children. Europe was appalled, but did nothing. Only the Tsar of Russia sent troops to help the Bulgarians. Let's head now into the mountains to see where Ottoman rule finally came to an end and where we finish our journey. It's bloody lovely in old Stara Zagora, isn't it? Better than Soho Road. Flipping heck. We've made it to the turnoff that heads up into the mountains to Buzludzha. And it's marked by this chap. This giant statue of a man. Now, well, let's face it, the statue has seen better days, but that is, I believe, the founder of the Communist Party here in Bulgaria. They all looked the same in those days. Same clothes, hairstyle and stuff. But I think that's him, the founder of the Communist Party. And he guards the entrance, the road that leads up into the mountains to Buzludzha, where we're going now. Wow. They did build things big in Bulgaria. Well, we've made it. Almost. Oh, wow. Well, I'm the only person climbing up here on this path today. However, in the 1980s, there would have been hundreds of people coming up here every day. There would have been busloads of people arriving from down in the valley, busloads of school children, trade unionists, of pioneers, of foreign dignitaries who had come from all over the communist bloc. Followed this path up here to pay homage to Buzludzha. Well, on our journeys together, we've seen communist flying boats, communist spaceships, but we've never seen a communist flying saucer. But here we are, finally on top of the mountain at Buzludzha. Whew. Workers of all countries unite. Of course, it's closed and locked, and there's no way for us to get in. But we've seen plenty of Soviet mosaics in our time. The most important thing, as always when adventurizing, is the journey. And what a journey it's been. Whew. And you may be asking yourself, why here? Why build this huge construction all the way up here on top of this mountain top? Why not in Sofia or some other city? Well, that's because these mountains here have a significant meaning to the Bulgarian people, because it was just over there in the distance on the Shipka Pass that the Russian and Bulgarian army defeated the Ottomans once and for all, ending finally 500 years of occupation. And this point also marks the end of our adventure along the communist road through the history of Bulgaria. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time in a former Soviet republic we've never been to before. Until then, goodbye from Buzludzha.